So let's find your yoga mode. Find mine. And I'll start us down. I'll count us down in 3, 2, 1. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Yoga Mondays, whether you do it on Mondays or not. Let's start by closing our eyes and sitting up tall. So you can be relaxed, yet alert. Cross your legs or keep them out in front of you, whatever's comfortable. Let's begin to settle in. Okay, so let's take 3 centering breaths together. Okay, nice and deep here. So let's breathe in through the nose. And begin to settle in as you breathe out. Notice how the air hits your lips as you exhale. Breathe in a second time. Feel your chest expand. And then relax into your sitting position. All right, last breath together. Let's breathe in. And then let go. Normal breathing pattern. All right, there's going to be very little instruction on this one. I wanted to just listen to something around you or focus on a bodily sensation, whether it's your breath or your belly as you breathe in and out. Just focus on that. Okay, so doing a check-in, see where your mind was. If you were off that bodily sensation of sound around you, that's okay. This is just a friendly reminder to come back to that. That's what our focus is. Okay, if it helps, you can breathe 1 as you breathe in, then 2 as you breathe out, then see if you can get to 10. If you can get to 10, that's awesome. Just start back at 1. All right. This last bit, I want you to just focus on nothing at all. Just sit there and coast off the momentum you've built. All right. Then we'll take 1 deep breath in, and when you hear the singing bowl, let's open up our eyes and breathe out. I'm gonna pop off my block. Open up your eyes. Let's readjust to the light. Let's start with a sitting side stretch. So let's reach for the ceiling or reach up with your hands. I'm gonna start on my right today. So let's plant that right palm on the mat and reach the upper right hand corner of the room, the left hand or left fingertips. And then you can use the right arm kind of as a spring to control that how deep of a stretch you get on your left side. Okay, you can come down to your forearm and your elbow, that's great. Not also good. And then on your next out breath, let's reach that right arm back up. Let's drop the left hand down to the mat. And then reach for the opposite corner of the room with the right fingertips. Okay, let's keep both sit bones on the mat. And I want you to exhale and reach that left arm back up. Let's bring our hands back to heart center. Let's get one for our spines. So let's start on the left this time. So plant the right palm on the left knee. And plant the left hand behind you and twist counterclockwise. Okay, let's turn the chin into the shoulder. Looking behind us. All right, let's unwind. Let's get the other side. Turning our torso clockwise, really pressing into the right knee and the floor. Getting as much of that twist as you can. And as you breathe out, let's release. Whew. Let's get some hip drops. So let's plant the feet in front of you. Let's loosen up the hips. Okay, it sounds like this one's pretty popular. Other people lead with it too. Ugh. Just feel free to go at your own pace. I found that everyone doesn't like to go at the same pace as it feels. One side could be tighter than the other. Oof. Let's go one more time each side at whatever rate you're going, and then we'll get our standard cobbler pose. All right, so let's sit back up. Soles of the feet are together in front of you. Bring the heels in. The knees come down towards your mat and just lean forward. Okay, I always like to pretend that there's a string from my navel to my toes. Just shorten that string as much as you can. And let's round out our backs. A little more intense of a stretch, reaching the hands in front of you. Really feel those inner thighs. All right, let's bring the knees back up. Whew, let's not kill ourselves. Let's stand up, let's get on our feet. Let's get those hamstrings going. Okay, find a nice wide stance. Let the toes face forward. And then putting the arms and the hands up in the air. We're gonna swan dive forward. Very gently. Let's fold the arms. If that's enough of a stretch to start, you can stay there. Otherwise, rock side to side, left to right. Start to engage those hamstrings, get them loose for what's to come. Okay, we're gonna skip the hands behind the back today. Let's plant the right hand on the floor right in front of your face and rotate that left arm up towards the ceiling, opening up your left shoulder and your chest. And just like the sitting side stretch, I want you to turn your chin to your shoulder towards the ceiling. And on your next out breath, return the left arm back down. Switch palms and reach the right arm, right fingertips up towards the ceiling. And let's even ourselves out. Okay, really opening up the right shoulder and chest. And just like the left side, as you breathe out here, drop your right arm back down to the ground. And then on a slow 10 count, let's straighten up our bodies. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. Let's bring our legs together. Let's get a standing side stretch. And if you don't want to add balance, you can spread your feet slightly, totally up to you, whatever feels good. Let's stand up straight and nice and tall. Bring the arms up. Start on the right side for this one. Okay, reaching down your leg with the right fingertips. Left arm is just above your head. Reaching, feeling the stretch from your hip, work its way up your side through your arm to your fingertips. Okay, turning the chin in towards the inside of the elbow. And let's bring the right arm up, dropping the left arm down, right hip comes out. Really reaching with that right arm, letting the stretch do its thing. All right. And we're going to exhale, we'll bring the left arm up. And then let's bring the hands back to heart center. Okay, we're going to do some shoulders and elbow. So left arm across the top of your chest. That right hand or right arm can go either across your shoulder or go for the T-lock. I would back up like Megan did, but I am at the wall basically. That's okay. All right, let's switch arms. Let's get the right shoulder. Okay, let's release that right arm. Let's get the left arm behind the head, grabbing that left elbow. If you want, you can kind of tilt your head out of your arm's way. All right, let's release the left arm. Let's get the right arm behind the head. Let's even ourselves out. Okay, that's about good. Let's get another hamstring stretch. Let's do the split leg hamstring stretch. Left leg is out in front, heels are in line. Let's bring the arms up top and then swan dive over that straight left leg. Ooh. And then drive the right heel, I'm sorry, the right hip towards the front ankle. Keeping the front leg straight. Ooh. And as you breathe out, remember to settle into the stretch. Pay attention to where you feel it most. Try to extend the stretch as much as is comfortable. All right. And then bend the front knee and come on up. And then switch legs. Let's get the right leg out in front. Our heels are in line. Our arms are back up top. Give me a nice swan dive over the straight right leg. Okay, and then using the arms, wherever your hands are resting, control how deep that stretch is, play around with it. Whether you want to get deeper in the stretch, maybe back off a little bit. Find what's comfortable for you. All right, give me one last reach wherever you are. And then bend the front knee to come on out. Ooh. And then face your camera. Let's do Malasana. So about medium stance, maybe slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Toes are facing out, keeping the head and chest up. Begin to lower yourself down, whether you're supporting yourself. Maybe hands are at the heart center. One way to start a morning. Whew. All right, we're gonna take one deep breath together and then we'll put our hands on our knees to support to come on out. So let's breathe in. And then as you breathe out, place the hands on the knees at the quads and just slowly raise. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hello. All right, let's get on our knees. Let's do one for our hip flexors. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my right leg out in front. Let's look for those 90 degrees at your knees. Okay, torso's nice and tall. Begin to rotate the hips forward. You can untuck the back toes if that's comfortable. And then add the left arm if you want to pull that left hip from both sides. And I know there's extra credit people out there if you want to take that left arm and then reach gently overhead, over your head, I should say. Saying hello to the left hip. All right. And you lower your arm and let's switch legs. So left leg is out in front or left foot's planted. Rotating the hip forward, feeling the pinch in the right side. Add the arm on this side as well. And give me one last push with that pelvis, that hip, feeling the stretch in that right hip flexor. All right. We'll lower the arm if your arm is up in the air. And then we'll start our moving options. Let me just get my block out of the way. I think when I face my bookcase today, get a little variation in my life. All right, let's go feet and legs together. Let's bring the arms up top. We're gonna skip the warm up. I think we're all veterans now. Let's swan dive down. Okay, reaching for the ground, reaching for the toes. And then coming up to flat back, resting the hands on the shins of the knees. And then as you exhale here, round out the back, plant both palms on the mat and step, jump back to plank. And let's chaturanga down. Come into upward dog. Okay, first upward dog of the day. Let's come back to plank, adding an optional push-up on our way to downward dog. All right, first downward dog of the day. Spreading the fingers, pushing the floor away. As you would imagine, we're going to focus on each calf. So bend the left knee and drive the right heel down, waking up the right calf. Hopefully your caffeine is starting to sink in for those of you who drink coffee. And then switch sides. Let's bend the right knee.
All right, that's enough for the left calf. Let's switch sides. We get 2 cycles on each calf here, so this is the final time for the right. And then come back to the left side, bending of the right knee. Right. So let's straighten out both legs into back into downward dog. All right, let's come into crescent pose. So bring the feet and legs together. Let's float the right heel up into the air. And then swing the right leg forward, plant it in front of you. And then bring the arms and torso up. Okay, make sure that front knee is tracking over the front ankle, not over your toes. Give me a nice long reach with the arms up towards the sky or up towards the ceiling. And then lower the hands down to your heart as you transition into prayer twist on the right. And pressing the left elbow into the right knee. What are we praying for? I don't know, the 49ers win at the Super Bowl. Not that I actually follow football. I actually found out this morning that they're going to the Super Bowl, so that's how much I follow sports. All right. And then as you breathe out here, let's bring the arms back up toward your ceiling. And then bring the arms and torso back down to the ground. Let's plant both palms on the mat. That right leg comes back to plank. And let's chaturanga down to our upward dog. Coming back to plank, adding in a push-up here. Back into downward dog. And then we're going to even out the other side. So feet and legs together. We're going to float that left heel, left leg up in the air. And then swing it on through. And let's come to crescent pose on the left. Okay, remember to drive that back heel down to the mat in crescent pose. Okay, you'll extend the stretch in the right hip. And then let's lower the hands down together at heart center as we twist into prayer twist. I should say transition into prayer twist. Twisting into prayer twist is a bit much. And as always, continue to breathe in whatever pose we hold. Okay. As you exhale, let's bring the arms back up top, back to crescent pose. And then bring the arms and torso down. Let's plant both hands. Left leg comes back to plank. And let's chaturanga down to our upward dog. And we're going to change up the sequence here, so pay attention. Come back to plank. Add push it up here, back to plank. And let's step our feet back to our hands. And then we're going to reverse swan dive until our hands are at the very top. Okay. And then swan dive down. Back to flat back. I'm sorry, up to flat back. Round out your back, plant both hands. We're going to come back down to plank. Just adding a little more hamstring action. Let's chaturanga down into our upward dog. Okay, come back to plank, adding in a push up here if you'd like, into downward dog. And we're going to start a warrior sequence. So feet and legs together. Let's float the right leg up in the air. And then swing it through. Come into warrior one, dropping that back heel down as your arms come up. All right, and then let's go arms front and back for warrior two. And if you want to check your warrior two, your hips should be 90 degrees from your mat. Your shoulders are right above your hips. You add the arms, turn the chin forward, and that's warrior two. Okay, let's dip back into reverse warrior.
reaching behind, up and behind you with the right arm, right fingertips. And back to warrior two. Okay, we're gonna get some triangle pose today. So reach forward with the right hand, right fingertips as far as you can. And then drop the right hand down to the mat. Maybe it's just your fingertips, find what's comfortable. Left arm is reaching up into the air. I think it's finally time to add the pretzel variation in. So let's take the left arm and drop it behind your lower back, reaching underneath the right leg, grabbing the fingertips, grabbing the wrists, grabbing the palms, whatever you can do. Okay, so let's open up our chest, open up our left shoulder. And we're breathing. All right. And then as you exhale, let's release the hands, planting the right palm on the floor, left fingertips are reaching back up. And then let's pop back up into warrior two. Dipping back into reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Okay, I know that right leg's on fire, stay with me. Come back to warrior one. And then as your hands come down to the mat, bring that back heel up. Let's come back to plank and chaturanga down to our upward dog. All right, back to plank. We're going to step our feet towards our hands for a little break. And then reverse swan dive. And you're reaching up into the air. And then we're going to swan dive back down. Come up into flat back. Exhale, plant both palms of the mat. Let's step back, plank. From this plank, come directly into downward dog. All right. And we're going to do that warrior sequence for the left. So bring your feet together and then float your left leg into the air. And then let's swing it through and plant it in front of us. Come into warrior one on the left. Okay, remember you want your arms to be reaching for the ceiling in warrior one, looking forward, then rotating into warrior two. And then let's dip back into reverse warrior. And remembering not to put too much weight on that back leg. It's just there for a little bit of support. And then back to warrior two. And then let's start the fun part. So reach forward like someone has your favorite cookie in front of you. Reach, 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 reach. You can reach no more. Left hand comes down. Right arm is reaching for the ceiling. We're doing a lot of reaching. I guess that's a nice way of saying stretch. Okay, we all know what's coming. So let's drop the right hand behind the back. Left arm goes underneath that left leg, if that's comfortable. Your left hand is on the ground supporting you, also great. Okay, think happy thoughts. It's a piece of cake. You're having fun, I'm having fun, we're having fun. Let's release the hands, planting the left palm back on the mat. Right arm is reaching up here. And then let's pop back up. Woo! Feel that left quad, it loves you. Let's dip back into reverse warrior. Okay, we're almost home free. Back to warrior two. And swing that right arm forward and up for warrior one. And then let's exhale everything back down. Plant the palms. Left leg comes back to plank. Let's chaturanga down into our upward dog. Okay, back to plank. We're not going to do a push-up. We're going to step our feet to our hands. Let's do our sun salutation. So
reverse swan dive. So the hands are at the top. Okay, let's swan dive down. Notice how good your hamstrings feel. They're nice and loose. Let's come into flat back. Okay, and then exhale, rounding at the back, plant both palms, stepping back to plank here. And let's chaturanga down into upward dog. Back to plank. Give me a push up here if you'd like. For our last downward dog of the day. Yeah, I want to add in some more movement than we've been doing this first half, just for fun. Because I'm the leader, I can say whatever, and people just do it. It's great. All right, last downward dog of the day, which means we're going to step our feet towards our hands. And then bringing our bottoms down, extending the arms up, coming in a chair pose. And just like many of our other poses, don't let those elbows flare out. I want you to extend the arms. Make a straight line through your torso all the way to your fingertips. And then slowly straighten up your body, keeping your arms up in the air and get off the heels. Okay, working your calves, finding your balance. We all look like headless torsos and legs. What a thing. Okay, and then slowly bring the heels back down. Hands come to heart center for namaste as we transition to twisting chair pose on the right. And if you notice your bottom's up in the air, see if you can bend your knees and lower yourself down as far as comfortable. Okay. Working the bottom half of our body. And coming back to center, let's straighten up for a second time. Okay, let's get on the toes. Working those calves yet again. All right. And then gently bring the heels back down. Let's get the left side. So bring the hands to heart center. Twisting chair pose on the left. All right. And then come back to center for a third and final time as we straighten up our bodies, reaching for our ceilings with the fingertips. And once you're on the toes, stop thinking about your feet in the ground and just focus on your hands up in the air. Okay, see how far up you can get on the toes? Really working the calves. And 3, 2, 1. Let's lower the heels down. Hands come back to center. And then we're going to take our normal 45-second water break, bathroom break. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh. All right, we're taking 10 seconds or so. We're going to skip the balancing ones. I already see Megan sitting, and I'm just going to, you know what? I'm going to sit too. What the hell? We don't need to kill ourselves. It's Monday.
But we will do table because we all know I love doing table because I am a creature of habit. I like the same sequence. All right, so let's plant the soles of the feet in front of us, plant the palms of the hands behind us, and prop yourself up into said table. I'm gonna bring a classic back, propping yourself up in a stable table, not an IKEA one. Give me a nice West Elm. Okay, West Elm is nice and heavy, it's sturdy. I can't say that they align all their screw bolts perfectly, but you know, the wood looks nice. We're gonna hang out here for a little bit more, so really prop yourself up, push your pelvis up towards the ceiling a little bit further. Okay, feeling the shoulders too. And then as you exhale, gently lower yourself, don't crash. Come back down to the mat, leaving your feet and legs where they are. Let's prep ourselves for a bridge, so lying down on our backs. All right, and then let's push our pelvis up towards the ceiling as we roll onto our shoulders. And I want you to pay attention to how your feet are planted on your mat. So even push from the outside part of your foot down around the heel to the ball of your foot, ball of your feet, because we're using both feet. Just holding it, working the glutes. Oof. And as you breathe out, let's gently lower ourselves down, 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 down. Ugh. Okay, we just used our glutes. Let's stretch them out now. So let's bring the right heel onto the left knee or left quad. And grabbing the left leg either on your shin or your hamstring. Let's engage that right glute. And as usual, I'll call out our 3 breaths. So let's breathe in through the nose and out to the mouth. Very good. One more time, let's breathe in and relax with the out breath. Focusing on that right glute, getting as deep as you can in the stretch. Okay, really go for the golden number 3 here. So let's breathe in and release. And then let's let go of the left leg. Let's plant the right foot back down. Let's make a figure 4 with our left leg planted on the right quad. Grabbing the right shin. And let's repeat those 3 breaths. So let's inhale, nice and deep. And then as you release that breath, control it, letting the stretch get deeper as you're exhaling. Okay, number 2, let's breathe in. And then just release. Letting the left glute get nice and happy. All right, last time, let's really make it count. Let's breathe into the nose, out to the mouth. Whew. All right, let's release the right leg. Let's do happy baby since we're already on our backs. Let's bring both legs up into the air, pulling on the outside parts of our feet, letting the knees come in towards our underarms, and just rock left to right, side to side. Massage your spine. Okay, I always like doing this nice section for our backs. Ooh. All right, and then let's lower our legs back down. Let's hug in our right knee. Enjoy that little stretch, feeling it in the inner thigh area.
And let's grab the outside part of our right knee with our left hand and pull our right leg over to the left side of our body and extend the right arm to our right and just wringing out our spine like a wet rag, letting all the unpleasant feelings leave our body. Or really, let's see the positive. Let's get ready for the week. All right, let's take one deep breath on this side here. Let's stay here. Let's breathe in. And then relax. Get even deeper for that spine, or deeper the stretch, I should say. And let's bring the right leg back over. And let's do the same thing with the left. So hugging in the left knee momentarily. Let's grab the outside part of that left knee, bringing the left leg over. Whew. Okay, this side doesn't seem quite as flexible for me today, but that's okay. Remember, we're all just working on it, working on ourselves. Hopefully. Okay, continue to breathe. Settle into the stretch. I'll call out one last breath here. So let's take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, let that arm and that knee drop down to the ground. Oof. Ooh. All right. And then let's bring the left leg back over. We're going to sit up. We're going to go into a nice child's pose. We're gonna add a few more twists. All right, so as you go into that child's pose, let's relax our heads down. And we're going to go into a raised child's pose. So come onto your knees, lift your bottoms up into the air. Your head and arms are still on the ground. All right. And since I said we're on our spine stretch, so what I want everyone to do is take the left arm and reach through the hole you've made with your right arm. Okay, reaching the left arm out towards the right side. And then as you breathe in, rotate and reach the left fingertips back up towards the ceiling. We're going to do it 3 times. So that's 1. And then reach through that hole, letting the left shoulder come onto the ground. Rotating the left arm back up. That's 2. And last time on this side, so reaching through with the left arm. And then let's extend it up towards the ceiling. Very good. Okay, let's plant that left palm back on the mat. Let's reach through with our right arm, resting the right shoulder on the mat or the ground. And then let's rotate, reaching up for the ceiling. And then threading the needle with that right arm, coming back down to the ground. Okay, and then back up towards the ceiling, that's 2. Okay, last time here, reaching through, doing the stretch in the shoulder. And then last time reaching for the ceiling. And then once your arm comes back down, let's go into a regular child's pose. Your bottom comes towards your heels. Nice. All right, and let's come out of child's pose. Let's get our hamstrings. So we're sitting down. I'm going to start with my left leg out in front. Okay, we're going to flex that left foot, bringing in the right heel. We're going to add the arms up top. And then drop our hands down towards the left foot. And if you can, reach evenly with both hands. Do what's comfortable for you. Okay, main goal is keep back of the knee on the mat, on the ground. All right, give me one last pull. Pull, 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 reach, 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 reach. And then release that left side. Let's switch legs. So right leg is out in front, right toe, right foot's flexed. We're gonna add the arms up top and then exhale over that straight right leg. Okay, continue to breathe. We're gonna do one breath on this side, so let's breathe in. As you breathe out, give yourself one last deep pull, one last deep stretch. All right, and then release. And as always, since we do both sides individually, we're gonna do both sides together. I add the block on this one just for fun. So feet are flexed, legs are straight, arms are up top. And let's reach over. Reaching for our toes as best we can. Maybe you're a heel person, reach for your heels. Okay, we're gonna come to pigeon next. So let's sit on up. Okay, hamstrings are feeling good. We're gonna turn around, get back into a classic back into plank position. Let's plant the right foot behind the left wrist. Dropping both knees down so the right shin is 90 degrees from our body. Remember to untuck the back toes. We're just gonna hang out on each side for about 45 seconds or so. You need to rock back and forth. Find that how you can get deeper into that stretch. I don't even know how to describe this one. There's just so much going on. And remember, as you exhale, relax. Pay attention to where you feel the stretch most. Get as much of it out of it as you can. And no matter how deep you are, wherever you are, plant both palms on the mat. Come on up. Then we're going to add the quad stretch. Okay. So the left arm is reaching behind you. Whether or not you can grab the left foot. If you're just reaching, that's perfectly good. Look for my foot, people. See how far or how close, rather, you can get your left heel in towards your bottom. Okay, give me one last pull on the left. And then release the left foot down. Okay, both palms are planted. Bring that right leg back to plank. Let's bring the left foot forward as we drop our knees down. Let's get the other side. So untuck the back toes. All right, take one last deep breath. And as you release, we're going to plant both palms, come on up, reach back behind you with the right arm, pulling in the right heel. Whew. All right, let's release the right foot back down. Ooh. Let's do a chest stretch, one we haven't done in a while. So let's stand up, find your local wall or local door. Okay, just plant the right palm or right fingertips, keeping the arms straight about chest level, and just rotate your body away from your right arm. And this one surprisingly doesn't take much. Just turn the body away. Kind of feel this in my forearm too. Hello. All right, that's about good. Let's rotate back towards the right arm. Let's switch sides. Let's get the left arm, or rather left side, left pec. I know we haven't added this one in a while. It just feels good. All right. And then slowly rotate back towards center. I just need to get that in. And we're gonna come back down to cat-cow. So I'm gonna roll up my mat, protect my knees. Ooh. All right, we're on all fours. We're gonna do 5 breath cycles. So let's bring the head and butt up as you inhale, pressing the chest towards the floor. And then let's round out the back as you breathe out. Then inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. Okay. Inhale, head up. Oof. And exhale, head down, rounding out your back. 3. And let's inhale, head up. Oof. Really feeling in the spine now. And exhale, head down. And I think we're on our last one here. Let's inhale, head up. And exhale, head down. Okay, on this last one, really push the floor away with your hands and reach that back up towards your ceiling. And slowly come back into neutral spine. Let's get off that mat. If you rolled it up, unravel it. Let's come into child's pose as we come into our closing sequence. So knees are about as wide as your mat. Arms are reaching forward. Let's get a bonus side stretch here while we're in child's pose. So take that left hand and slide it out to the left about a foot or so. And let's stack our right hand over our left. Okay. Feeling the stretch on that right side down to the right hip. Then let's come back to neutral or back to center. Let's extend out the right arm towards our right and stacking our left hand over our right. Alrighty. And let's come back to center and just enjoy this last child stretch of the day. Cool. And as you breathe out, come forward and out of it. Rotate onto your back. Okay, let's do a little full body destroyer. So let the legs come down, arms are resting at your sides. And just do a body check, see how you feel. Was there any tight part in your body from the weekend or from last week that hopefully feels a little bit looser? And I won't say anything for 60 seconds, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, that was about a minute. You can keep your eyes closed. Let's reach the arms overhead. Give me a nice morning stretch. Ooh. There's a little groaning because you hate getting out of bed. I get it. And then roll onto your side, onto one side, and rest your head and face on your hands. Take a moment for ourselves. Everything you just did for your body. All right. And whichever arm is on top, plant that palm on the floor. Push yourself back up as we return to lotus position. We'll cross-leg it. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening our spine. Okay, Om with me if you feel like it. If not, just give me a nice loud exhale, like you're fogging up a mirror, fogging up some glass. So let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. Oh. All right, breath number 2. Let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. Oh. Last breath here. So let's breathe in and breathe out with some sound. Oh.
Let's bring our hands to heart center. You can repeat after me if you like. May we have clear and kind intentions. Let's bring our hands to our foreheads. May we have clear and kind thoughts. Let's bring our hands down to our lips. May we have clear and kind communications. And let's return our hands to our hearts. And as always, the light in me celebrates and honors the light in you. Namaste, my friend. I'm gonna pause your watch.